Hey guys, we're finally at week number 4, day number 22. We've got full body mobility today. You're gonna need blocks and strap for today's workout. Let's go ahead and get started. We're beginning today with hip openers. So having a seat on the bum, hips open, knees at 90, sit nice and tall. Let's begin. All right, guys, we're gonna move into our 90-90 position to the left-hand side. So we're gonna kick things off right into it with 90-90 good mornings. So hands up by the head, chest facing over the left thigh. We're gonna reach long and forward. Keep the hands off the floor if you can. Back as straight as you can. Let's get ready, here we go. Very normal again to feel that cramping in the hip. Probably a lot less than the first time we did this though, so should be feeling pretty good. Long through the spine, back nice and flat. We got this. All right, let's bring the legs into the Shinbox position now. So we're just gonna bring that front foot to touch the right thigh. And from here, we're just gonna be lifting up and doing some glute raises. So lift up into a standing position, and we're gonna try and square the hips out. So we're turning the hips to the right to be in line with the shoulders. Let's go ahead. Square the hips out, feel the left side working. Move nice and controlled on the way down. Don't just flop down. Make sure you're controlling it and keep the torso as upright as you can. And try not to let the feet move around. That left glute might be tired already. Keep on working. All right, let's switch on over to 90-90 on the other side. So we're gonna have the right leg out to the side. Torso is gonna be long, facing over top of the right side. And we got those good mornings. Let's get ready. So in general, we've got 3 weeks of mobility under the belt. 2, here we go. You should be feeling a general improvement in your overall quality of movement, as well as less cramping while you're doing these mobility workouts overall. Let me know if you've managed to hit every single day without missing, or if you've had to do some catching up. That's fine too. Totally fine. It's time. All right, so we're gonna move into that Shinbox position. So let's have the right foot up against the left thigh, and then we're lifting up and standing up on the hips, trying to square the hips out at the top of the position. I know for me, mobility is best when I do it every single day. I always feel best. Here we go. I do have the advantage of owning a gym and having worked almost 20 years now in the fitness industry. So training clients, training group classes. So activity has always been a part of my life and part of my career, really. So I do have that advantage. However, I have had some management jobs in the industry with a lot of sitting. I still made sure that I got movement every day. Keep those hips squeezed, feeling the glute working, as it does make a big difference in the way you feel. You'll notice the less you move, generally the more aches and pains you've got. Last one. Excellent stuff. Okay, so we're gonna lie down on the back. We got those supine hip circles. So we're gonna switch directions each rep. So lying on the back, let's bring the knee into the chest, out to the side and around, and then switch directions on every single rep. We're here. Let's get ready. Here we go. Starting with the left. Out. So we're working on keeping the hips as stable as you can so you're not rolling side to side. Okay, we got those leg extensions, so let's bring the knee up to tabletop. So we want the thigh vertical, and then from here we're gonna extend the leg and pull the the toes back towards the knees to stretch the back of the leg, and then bend. So doing some reps here. Let's get ready, and let's go. Pull the toes back so you can feel the back of the leg stretch. We're gonna do a really tough supine movement today called a supine flare after the right leg. I know the first time I ever did these supine flares that are coming up after we do the right, got a lot of crunching in the hips. It's a bit of an ab workout too, but you'll feel as you do it, the crunching starts to go away. Now it's pretty smooth, overall smooth movement. A few new ones today, so let's go ahead. We're gonna bring the knee into the chest, then out to the side, and all the way around, and then out to the side, and all the way up. Change directions each rep. So if you followed the channel before this program, you might have seen a lot of these movements already. It's nice to get some coaching on it. All right, so here we go. We got thighs gonna stay vertical. We're doing leg extensions on the right side. Pull the toes back towards the knee to really feel the back of the leg stretching. All right, here we go. So 3, 2, and 1. Let's get into it. So extend, pull the toes back, and bend. Extend, and bend. So we got supine flares coming up. They're pretty tough. We're gonna be starting in this position with the leg extended, and then we're gonna bring the legs around through a middle split and swap the legs position. We're gonna try and do them with the toes pointed. So for this one, we're flexing the foot, but for the next movement, we're gonna try and do it with the toes pointed to help get a little bit of extra quad movement, or quad action. Okay, so for the supine flares, we're gonna keep one leg straight up and in front of the body and one leg close to the floor, and we're gonna move the legs through a middle split and swap the position around, okay? So we're just gonna go back and forth, feeling the hips work and trying to roll through that middle split. So here we go. You can bring the arms out to the side for support. Keep the legs as straight as you can. Try not to bend at all. And if you're feeling any pain, popping, or crunching in the hips, just reduce the size of the circles to the point where you don't get that. You're also gonna feel the abs working on this one. This is a core workout. We're halfway through. Pull in through that middle split as much as you can. 10 more seconds. last one here. All right, we're gonna pop up onto the knees, and we've got shoulder cars on the left-hand side. We're gonna do those big shoulder circles. So arm in front, all the way around, and change directions on each rep. So we're gonna do the left and then the right, and then we'll get our strap for shoulder dislocates, another new one. So here we go, all the way up and around. Reach as big a circle as you can without turning the torso, all the way around, and then change directions on each one. Really find the spots that feel tightest. You want to spend the most time in those spots. All the way around we go. Let's get it. And around. Excellent stuff. So we're going to do the other side. And then we're moving to shoulder dislocates, which we'll need the strap for. Get the shoulders all loosey-goosey, feeling good. All right, here we go. So right side, big circle. As large as you can without turning the torso. And then change directions on each rep. Try to avoid any painful parts. That is time. All right, so grab your strap, and we're gonna grab very wide. So grab very, very far apart, and we're gonna keep the elbows completely straight and bring the arms all the way up and around without letting the elbows bend at all. And then each rep, walk your hands in just a teeny tiny bit until you find the limit of how close together you can do without bending your elbows. So keep grabbing a little bit closer each time. You're gonna find where your limit is, and then just work with that limit. So each rep just a teeny bit closer. So great warm up for any kind of overhead work. So if you do any pressing, Olympic lifting, even handstanding, this is good for getting that overhead position. Last rep here. All right, so we're gonna do a kneeling twist and a kneeling windmill. So let's come up and bring the left leg forward into a half kneeling position. We're gonna bring the arms out in front. We're rotating the left arm back and opening up through the spine as far as you can. Back close. We're working on spine flexibility here. So let's go ahead and begin. Open up to the left. Eyes follow the hand. Twist. Back we go to center. Open up. Back to center. Feel the upper back muscles work to twist you. Stay as upright as you can and really feel the T-spine open. All right, so we're gonna stay in this same kneeling position, bring the hands up by the head, and then our goal here is to bring the elbow down to the floor and touch the floor with the elbow in front of your foot. So if you can't reach the floor, you can use your block as a target to reduce the range of motion needed. Try to keep the spine as straight as you can and twist. So here we go. Let's bring that right elbow to the floor, ideally touching the ground in front of the toes on the left side. Up we go. Nice and controlled for this one. You're feeling the core and the groin working. This one's tough. It's really good for spine mobility as well as the groin and definitely the core. We can do these weighted. Oops. by holding the arm overhead with a kettlebell. And we're just gonna switch sides. Same 2 movements on the other side. And then we got spinal waves. We've done these before. And then we're gonna finish with hip openers and our deep squat hold. So let's go ahead and get ready. We've got our twist here. The arms out in front. We're gonna open up to the right-hand side. Aiming to twist the torso as much as possible. Almost there. All right, we've got those kneeling windmills next, so hands up by the head, and we're leaning down, trying to touch the elbow to the floor in front of the toes if possible. And again, you can use your block as a target if you can't reach. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Down we go, elbow to the floor, and up. Let's go. More seconds. And that's time. All right, we got a spinal wave here, so we're gonna be in a push-up position, and the goal here is like we're doing a cat and cow, but from a plank position. So we're gonna start by tucking the chin, rounding the spine, and coming back into our downward dog. And then from here, we're gonna start from the tailbone, round the back, and form a wave into an upward dog. So it's like a really hard cat and cow here. Try to keep the shoulders down away from the ears the whole time, so we're not shrugging. All right, so we got our last 2 movements here. We've got hip openers with no hands, and then we get to finish with our static deep squat. See how it's feeling. I'm sure the back is getting a lot straighter on that deep squat and feeling pretty good. But let's go ahead. We got the hips open to 90, knees bent to 90, hands up, and we're gonna rotate hip openers. Remember to push the hip back to where it came from so we're not crawling the bum forward. Stay nice and upright and work through it. We're almost there, guys. 10 seconds left. All right, in our final movement, we've got our deep squat hold. So we're gonna sit down in the bottom of a deep squat. Keep the feet as forward facing as you're able to handle. Open up through the spine, chest nice and high. Get the back as straight as you can. We're here for the remainder of our time. Let's get it. Use the elbows on the insides of the knees to open up. Get the spine as straight as you can. We got this. Just 20 seconds left. Ten more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. Excellent work, guys. Week 4 is underway. You've done awesome so far. I'll see you tomorrow.